Hello everybody, welcome back, welcome to Groundhog Day. Here we are. So there's good news, I suppose, and sort of neutral news. Good news is we closed above the 10 exponential on the weekly for Bitcoin, so it's still a positive close. It's spinning top, but positive close. So every expectation, I suppose, is that we could move up from here. And that is the truth, based on what we see on a weekly. Alright, it's a weekly. Daily, not the same. Daily's below all moving averages, all of them basically, to be rejected from 97,800, 98,300, 99,000, and 100,600. 100,600. Yeah, so that's basically the situation for Bitcoin. Now, if we were to get back above there, then yeah, we could be looking at 102 and then continuation to new all-time highs. But at the moment, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistances, 6 including the horizontal. And the momentum doesn't look particularly convincing, but there is a little bit of uptick here, but there's nothing to write home about. The 4-hourly looks like every single chart in the crypto space there, which is basically battling with the 4-hourly centre of the Bollinger Band, getting rejected from whatever moving average you can find. A death cross, a perfect death cross retest here on the 4-hourly, rejected back down to where it started from, and then a little bit further actually. So, I mean, it is sideways and potentially down, really, for the short-term time frames. And maybe we move up based on the weekly. And again, you know, weeklies are not the most expressive of charts, are they? Really, they are not the most fluent, are they? When we're talking about going 100x leverage on a 10 exponential on a weekly here, that's not really the way to go about it. But the weekly is the only thing that we've got in our favour, I'd say, at the moment. Well, I mean, the daily's not particularly bad when it comes to the fact that it can still come all the way down to 84 and maybe even 79 and get support on a golden cross V-shape from there. But we don't want to have to see that. So if we move over to some of these other altcoins, there's your Ethereum, basically the same. Look at these candles. 1, 2, 3 candles in a row. Forget the wicks, just focus on the candle bodies. It's just unchanged. It's just so boring. So boring. A little bit of move off Litecoin. We were thinking that this might be a possibility. But, you know, that's not really what anyone ever cares about. You know, we're not thinking about Litecoin. We're not thinking about anything like that. We're thinking about a bigger move in the broader market. So Dixie has moved up already into the main resistance, the descending triangle formation, the horizontal formation, and the 20 moving average on the daily. So if you're going to get a rejection, that would be where it takes place from. It could just take you back down to the 50, but if you break out from here, then actually you're looking for another significant run on the Dixie, which will be bad for everybody. You just, you know, that's not how you want to start your Monday, is it? Let's face it. We don't want to start a Monday like this. So last night on the stream, it was a pretty uneventful stream. There wasn't really much to talk about, to be honest. All altcoins more or less looked the same. Some of them looked particularly bad. Some of them just looked, you know, the same. Occasionally something came across which looked reasonable, but you can't take it seriously when the rest of the market looks the way it does. So the takeaway, I suppose, from basically all the alts that I saw is that they look terrible. And if we're going to have some kind of move on altcoins, it might be that of a dead cat bounce. If your altcoin or the altcoin that you're looking at rallies up 30, 40 or 50% this week, because these things are possible, is it rallying into a death cross? And if it is, then you'd be looking for a rejection. Oh, there was tons of examples, but I literally can't think of any right now. Of all the altcoins that we looked at last night. Oh, ZK, I think, was one, I believe. USDT. Yes, it was. Is this one of the death cross retests? Yes. So there's your death cross. It's not confirmed actually, but it will likely confirm soon. So if we rally on this one over this next week, there's a 40% move up into a death cross. Trust me, I didn't bring this one up to show you as an opportunity. Far from it. This literally just made a new all-time low last week. So I'm not presenting this to you to say buy it. I'm saying this is very common amongst altcoins at the moment. And if you get a move that equates to 30, 40 or 50% into a death cross, just be careful. Right, there's nothing much more to say. There's no point in me even talking about anything else anymore. I'll leave it with you there. Good luck today. If we move up, great. If we move down, fine. It's undecided. I just need some kind of movement at this point. Sideways to this extent is just painful. And we need some kind of move. Right, take it easy.